Hi everyone, welcome to this new series. Every Sunday morning I'm going to be publishing a new video which not only gives you a fantastic hack or trick for your card making and your paper crafts, but also introduces you to one of my crafty friends who is also on YouTube, so you can go along and subscribe to their channel. Now today I'm pleased to introduce you to the lovely Corinne Robinson. Corinne has been a friend of mine in the craft industry for years. We worked together for a very long time. She's quite recently started a YouTube channel, so I'd love it if you could go along to her channel after this short video. Once you've learned this amazing colouring trick for colouring in your die cuts, go and subscribe to her. Make sure you're following, catch up with some of her amazing videos as well. You'll find her link in the description below. So let's get started. Let's jump straight in with the trick that Corinne's got to show us today.
Hello my crafty friends, Corinne here from Corinne Crafts. Today something a little bit different. I am doing this video for the lovely Lou Collins and her channel. She asked me if I could do a little video with one of my favourite techniques on. So what I thought I'd do is I'll show you a quick way to get perfect colouring when you do a die cut. Now I have already cut this die cut out just out of black card, and I'm going to stick it onto my card here. Now one thing you could do is after you stuck it down, you could colour through the die cut, but if you've got any glue it'll act as a resist, or you could draw around it and get an outline and colour it that way. Then you run the risk of going over a little bit. So I'm going to show you another way to do it. So I've got one of my dies. This is a really lovely open one. It's just the cherry block. I'm going to pop it onto my card just like that. I'm going to tape it down so it doesn't move, and I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine. Now instead of running it through on my normal plate today, I'm going to put a rubber mat underneath, and I'm going to take out my metal shim, my magnetic shim, and I'm going to run it through like that, so it's a little bit lighter. So now it's run through my die cut machine. I can peel that bit off very carefully because it might leave a bit of glue, and you can see here, look, it's not gone through. Now if it starts to go through a little bit like it's done there, all you need to do is put a little bit of masking tape on the back. I've got my masking tape here, and all I would do is just put my masking tape over the back. Now you can put your masking tape over before you die cut if you want to make the card a little bit thicker. This was a 350 GSM card, so I wasn't too concerned, but you can just put that on, and then if any of it has started to cut through, all of the pieces are going to hold in place. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be popping that onto there, and it'll fit perfectly, almost like clicks into place into the grooves. Now what we want to do is we want to colour up the image, so I'm going to colour that. So I've got a couple of pens, and I'm just going to do some colouring here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to get my greens, and I'm just going to colour like this. Remember, this bit's going to be black, but don't worry if your ink goes on to any of that first bit, because it's going to be covered. The most important thing is to make sure the bit that's showing doesn't have any white left, unless of course you want white left. So I'm going to colour that. Now what is so great about this is I don't have to worry at all about going over the edges. I don't have to be contained within the lines. I can just colour through and just get this great effect. Now this is just regular 350 GSM card, but I can still do a little bit of blending. I'll just change my pencil, I'll stick with this one for a minute. So we're just going like that, and so just make sure you go right to the edges. So once we've coloured it in, you'll see, look at that. I have not particularly been neat. It's gone over the edges, but what it hasn't done is it hasn't gone beyond the black, where the black is going to be. So although this isn't, like I say, an alcohol marker card, it still blends enough. And then when I pop this back over the top, I just need to go back in there a little bit, you can see, look at that, the perfect colouring. So I'm going to pop that on now, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so here we are, we have it stuck down. Now look at that, doesn't that look gorgeous? Now the only other thing I've done is I've just gone over some of my ink with a sparkle pen just to give it an extra lift, but doesn't that look beautiful? And the only other thing I've done is I've stuck a strip of, I've put a piece of card behind here, didn't want it over the top, just over the two edges. We can put that onto a card, nice simple card base. Bit of foam tape on the back. That's my card showing you the technique of how to emboss your cardstock with your die before you colour it to make your colouring even easier. Isn't that pretty?
How quick and easy is that? Absolutely amazing. So no going over the lines when you're colouring, no more paper piecing or anything like that. I absolutely love it. So thank you, Corinne. And you can go over and subscribe to Corinne's channel now. Like I say, the link is in the description for you. So go and give her some love. And I think you're going to absolutely love all of the other videos that she's got on her channel. I know she very often runs a colour challenge as well. Lots of inspiration for you there. And don't forget, of course, to make sure you are subscribed to me. And of course, you join me next Sunday for another new crafter that you can follow along with and a new trick or hack.